So,
Oh, somebody's asking about subscriptions. I think you should illuminate.
uh, you can subscribe to this channel. There's not much more to say than that. You get a couple of cool emotes, and I will personally think of you before I go to sleep.
And not only that, it actually, from what I hear, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but it sounds like that is those funds are invested into more cool Starbow events.
That is completely true, and we did get this channel partnered back in March or April, and we finally got our first $113 from it. Hey, Franskar subscribed also. Awesome.
Nice.
So it is generating some income, and getting $100 every 4 or 5 months will help get some. I can't talk. Will help get some more tournaments and events going.
It's a StarCraft 2 setting, actually. Larva thing.
It's a setting in the options. I think you can change it in the options for.
Yeah, it's in a gameplay options. Select
Yeah.
all larva. I think it's on by default, but you can turn it off.
Yeah.
You can turn it off like many other things that you want to turn off, like the simplified command card.
I hate the simplified command card.
It's so stupid. Actually, we haven't introduced our players. So maybe we should do that first.
No, let's talk more about stupid. Okay, yeah, let's do that. So, in the bottom left corner, playing as the red Zerg player, it is Myrault. Currently up 1-0.
Up here in the top right corner, in the blue trunks, it is our Protoss player, watzkuh.
And also, I'm starting to get a little bit of a crush on this Zerg player, man. He's just playing so sexy.
He is playing very well, I will say.
He is. It's pretty sweet to watch. And we're gonna see what Kutz is gonna be able to deal with this. It's been really hard. Oh, he's gonna try and stop this drone from scouting, and he's getting a lot of shots off.
Yeah, that's nice.
Also, for the next patch, all the workers will have a little bit of range, so you can start to do a little bit of Brood War worker micro-ish stuff.
Ah, that's pretty
he's
cool.
going for the double gateway. He's trying to. Is Myrault checking that this is not a forge?
He's not clicking on it. He didn't click on it. He doesn't know. He thinks it's a forge.
He thinks it's a forge.
Oh my goodness! But the Overlord will come in very, very soon, so it's going to be able to confirm whether or not that is true. It's a slow Overlord, though. It's a slow Overlord.
Slow Lord.
Yeah, so it will take a little bit of time, but with the walking distance, that might actually be enough. He sees now. One of them is a gateway.
This is how Kutz dismantled his earlier opponent in game 2. Was just with this build. So
yeah, this was super effective. It wasn't even close.
So Myrault has proven that he's able to handle pressure quite well, especially from that first game versus Franskar. So especially even unexpected pressure. So
yeah.
Let's see how he reacts to this. There is already spawning pull out. He has 6 Zerglings on the way already. So somehow he's just better prepared. I don't even know how. Like.
Well, I mean, I think seeing like 2 gateways is pretty clear evidence that you want to make some units. I mean, he went for the very quick 3rd hatch after the pool. But regardless, I mean, he just has the larva and he has the money to do this. He's also not getting supply block, which helps a lot. Zergling speed is on the way. And yeah, I mean, watzkuh was going to be aggressive, and then Myrault was like, oh, hey, I have Zerglings, I can be aggressive too. Maybe you should pull your zealots back to defend, you know?
Maybe it's time for you to get back. And he's having speed on the way. Okay, that's a lot of zealots. He needs to... He's trying.
Yeah.
I love what he's doing.
Myrault can't counterattack, really. I mean, that's just conceding to too much damage.
Yeah. But he can do what he's doing now, and it's like, okay, well, they are forming this Congo line. We do have this pathing. Some of them might suddenly get stuck a little bit further behind than the others, and I can try and pick those off. But here they come. They're going to kill a creep tumor. And 10 more Zerglings in the way. We got metabolic boost done in about 20 seconds. He needs to save as many drones as possible and as many queens as possible. watzkuh is trying to kill a hatchery. I don't know why he's doing it the way he is. Oh, he wants to go to the minerals if he can to get, not to get...
Yeah, to get the good positioning off that he did in the other games. And Myrault is going to try to do... Oh, that's actually a pretty decent surround from those Zerglings.
And the speed kicks in. Oh, he's even transfusing Zerglings.
That is so sick, using that energy to make sure he has the maximum efficiency in terms of resources there, attacking from both sides. And this is a lot less effective than we saw it being in earlier in the tournament.
Indeed, but watzkuh did get ahead in workers.
Yeah. And of course, watzkuh does have that tech disadvantage where he's only now building the cybercore.
Yes, And I think if Myrault goes for a very quick Muta build off of this, I think he can be really fine. It's not though. He's gonna go for Hydralisks, which I think is also really smart.
Yeah, I mean, actually, there's a good opportunity to be very aggressive with the Hydras here.
Yeah.
Before the charge finishes, you can do a lot with Hydras.
True. If you get that speed early on the Hydras, then you can kite these slow zealots all day long.
Exactly. It isn't really until you get speed on the zealots. Or storm out that you can sort of start dealing with those larger Hydra amounts. But a Robo is coming up from watzkuh, so it's not probably going to be that just yet. If anything, I'd say Reavers.
Why is he making a Robo? That's really weird. You don't usually make this early a Robo versus, like, you usually want to get the Twilight Council or a Stargate. But watzkuh doesn't like the Stargate. Like, he hasn't made a single Corsair. And the airplay is what most better Starboat players are saying is really strong versus Zerg these days. And we're getting close to 100 viewers again. Let's see if we can get there. Let's see if those people can pop by the party again.
Oh yeah, that would be that would be awesome.
That creep spread is insane.
It is. It's really good. And it just gives Myrault a lot more. Well, just so much more information. Doesn't it also increase the health regeneration on units?
Sorry, say again.
Does creep affect health regeneration on units?
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
So that's really nice. That means, you know, after having fought, you have units back up to full health more quickly.
And it actually is regenerating as the units are there as well.
Right.
And so technically, actually, if you have Zerglings fighting Zealots on creep, it actually negates the +1 upgrade.
Oh, okay, wow.
Because of the health.
Wow, we have 2 Robos, a Robotics Bay, a Twilight Council, and now a Stargate. watzkuh is just literally making all of the tech structures.
Wow. Well, his tech was late, so you might as well catch up, huh?
With all of the tech he'll ever need.
Oh! He's going for Corsair Reaver. He's going Corsair Reaver, which is a very interesting Brood War strategy. Incredibly technically difficult to play. A lot of micro, a lot of everything and timings, and it's just such an incredible difficult. And 8 Scourges is going to shut this down because he doesn't have the Corsair numbers he needs right now.
No, and Myrault seems to anticipate exactly what's going to happen. Well, how much has he seen? I think he saw the Robo, so that's a nice little cue. But of course, we've seen watzkuh being very, very cost effective and very, very just generally effective with Reapers already. But those were in different matchups.
The Scourges. Oh, he was going over there and he just missed the War Prism, but he cannot pick off those Zealots again, like ever. Get away!
Oh, War Prism gone, and the Zealots trying to do some work. They don't have Zealot legs though, so they're not gonna do very well against these Hydras.
Oh, why would he move down there? I don't know what happened right there. But yeah, so he has Reavers. He needs to get a ton of Corsairs. And I think he's just gonna skip them and see, can I do some damage without them? Just bypass Scourges if possible.
Yeah, he's actually making Stalkers. This is a weird strategy from watzkuh.
Yeah, this is a really weird composition. I don't know what to say about this. Oh, Zerglings incoming.
Third base is a little bit vulnerable here. It doesn't have a lot of army to defend this, and this is a lot of Hydras from Myrault. It was just going to go up, then pick off the cannon. It's going to help a lot. And just retreat out of there. Fourth base being taken by Myrault. He's currently on 5 hatcheries.
Yeah, he's got 52 workers. He's equal in supply as Protoss, which means that he's in a pretty decent position.
Yeah, absolutely. Worker counts. Favoring Zerg slightly.
You know, what's cool, I've been thinking, you know, every game I've been going for Reavers, I won. So, maybe that's what's happening.
Yeah, maybe.
But that's not versus Zerg, though. This is a different
No,
race.
he hasn't done that, but he has killed his opponent before he got to the Reaver point, so...
Yeah.
That's something to consider. And of course, Reavers are a very reliable way of dealing splash damage. And you know that's the only downside of Templar is that you have to have the energy there. So if your opponent is very aggressive and manages to dodge a few storms, there can be lulls in where you have no splash damage at all. Reavers don't have that problem.
Yeah. Oh, but the Reavers can get picked over Prisms, is it? No. Oh, wow, that was a little bit heart-nerving. But he needs to not have the War Prisms in the same control group as the rest of the units.
Absolutely. He has a... has some... Oh, nice...
oh, Scourges! Well, good thing for him, he has like 1 War Prism per Reaver, so that didn't really matter. Okay,
Oh!
this will matter.
One more prism goes down. There's Mutas here as well. This is a big army here for Myrault, and this is looking like this is where the fight is going to be. Muta's going for those Reavers. Reavers get a few shots off on the Hydras. There's not enough DPS to get these Mutas down before all of the Reapers are gone, and now the Hydras can move in. This engagement is looking terrible for our Protoss player, and it's looking like Myrault is going to take a decisive victory in game number 2.
It is, and yeah, the army composition from watzkuh has been so weird in this game, and I don't know, like, his style, this style only works if you start out with Atomic Corsairs, and then you add the Reavers, not the other way around.
Yeah, there's just...
so vulnerable this time.
GG is called, and this wonderful man, this beautiful Zerg player, will be the winner of the EuroBow number 2.